I'm Abby. I'm a photographer based in Pocatello. And today I've put together a little wedding PDF guide to help you guys kind of get through the crazy part of planning the wedding because it can be super rough. There's a link right below this video that you can download the whole PDF. This is going to be more of an overview, so if you want more details and things like that, and there are some cool little excerpts in the PDF so that you guys can see them, look at them, and actually have a visual of what I'm going to talk about. And so a little bit about me, that's kind of how the PDF starts, just to let you guys know. I have been a wedding photographer for about 3 years now. I've shot over 60 weddings, and I wouldn't change it for the world. But with those 60 weddings, I have most definitely learned some really good tips and tricks to help you guys. So that's what I'm gonna do today. My first thing is how you're gonna pick your photographer. Obviously, but if you pick anybody, I really want to stress some key points to talk to them about to make sure that they're the right fit for you. I really think you need to meet them. Make sure that your personalities fit, because this person is up in your business all day long, and so you really want to make sure that you have a good connection with them and that everything is good on that term. Second, you want to know you want to be able to ask them as many questions as possible. You want to know the ins and outs of everything that they know. Ask them about their contracts. Ask them about how well they do with lighting situations. Know your venue. If you are shooting in a really dark place, ask them, hey, just so you know, our venue's really dark. Do you have any experience with that? Because the worst thing would be to put them in a bad position where they're like, oh my gosh, I've never shot in something like this, and I wasn't sure, and then the photos just don't turn out the way you want to. So if you're just open and honest about everything with your photographer, they can reassure you, they can answer all of your questions, and really you can connect with them because, like I said, we're up in your business all day long, and the last thing we want is an awkward tension. The next thing we'll talk about is engagement photos. Everybody kind of wonders what the point of engagement photos are, other than for the fact, Instagram profile pic, come on, everybody needs one of those. But the second thing is, it really helps photographers get to know you guys. It really helps us learn a dynamic. Are you a crazy fun couple that loves running through the air? Loves running through a field? Or are you a softer couple where we just want to lay down and relax all day? Those types of things are brought out in engagement photos, and it also makes it easier on the wedding day because you already know a flow with your photographer. Are they loud? Are they quiet? Do they, know how to pose you? Do you need to think of those poses? Those types of things can be determined at the engagement session, and of course, you get those Instagram perfect photos, you can print them, you can hang them up, you're not just in your wedding dress the whole time. They're just a really good thing to hold on to remember almost the pre-married phase. So they're really fun to look back on, so I would highly recommend doing your engagements with the photographer that you're going to be shooting with, or a photographer that you really love. Okay, and next we'll talk a little bit about the actual wedding day now. For wedding preparation pictures, these are those pictures where you're getting ready with all your girlfriends, moms with you, all of those fun things, but there's a lot that can kind of play into these. We need to make sure that there's good lighting. Some kind of natural light is always the better option. If you're going to have the fake lighting in the ceilings and stuff, just be prepared to have a lot of that kind of lighting versus just, a little lamp in this corner of the room. Make sure it's kind of a cleaner area when the photographer gets there. You have bridesmaids and groomsmen, tell them, clean it up, figure it out. They're there to make your day better, and you'll love your images 10 times more if there isn't a Taco Bell wrapper sitting to the side. And then any of the other prep photos, just making sure that the lighting situation is good, everybody is on the same page as to, you know, what time is hair and makeup, what time is everything going on, so that we can make sure that you get the best photos for what you want. Okay, and so then your shot list. So as a photographer, from personal experience, it is so nice when a bride can just write down even the family combinations, you know, like Uncle Bob, Aunt Sally, bride and groom. Because then on the day of, wedding photos can go boom, 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 boom. Because then it's our job to go, yo, Uncle Billy, Aunt Sally, I need you over here for a picture. And it makes it so much easier to just roll through it. And then another really important thing with shot lists are making sure that your photographer knows what's so, like if there's any sentimental, so important shots that you want. I once had a bride that had her grandpa playing the guitar. She was walking down the aisle and she let me know, and it makes it so that we can 100% capture it correctly, and then make sure that there's a point of, you know, telling that story about him, you know, playing that guitar while you're walking down the aisle. Anything sentimental like that is so important, so that we can make sure that things like that are captured for you. Of course, we're gonna get you kissing at the altar. We're gonna get you cutting the cake. All of that stuff, absolutely. But any details that you feel are so significant that we need to know, let us know. Write it down, send it to us, we'll be fine. Okay, and then next we'll talk about first look versus aisle looks. Everybody has kind of an opinion about these. Personally, I prefer the first look over the aisle look, solely because of the fact that if we can do bridals on a different day than the wedding, we'll have so much more time to capture those images. And two, because it's so much more calming, because emotions are so high on wedding days, that if you guys can just see each other, relax each other, and then walk down the aisle, sometimes it's just a calming effect. You guys probably haven't spent a lot of time away from each other at this point in your relationship, and so they're like, the anticipation almost just like makes you go wild, and sometimes just releasing that and having 5 minutes of just you two together can be so beneficial to your wedding day. Down the aisle is just as good. It's just as fun. You get, you know, some of the exact same emotions. It just, you know, it kind of depends on whether or not your guy likes being in front of everybody to see you emotionally, or if that's what's best for you guys. If you're more of a shy couple, sometimes that can be really intimidating. So that's just another thing to think about when, you know, planning out all of that. All of the pictures that kind of include in that. So your bridal party, your family pictures, the ceremony pictures. First, location, location, location. We gotta make sure that that lighting is perfect. We have to make sure that, you know, wherever you're getting married, you're not straight sun sweating down your face. We gotta make sure that, you know, grandma and grandpa can all get to that location. Any of your bridal party, anything like that, we gotta make sure they're all ready to go do that. If you're doing a first look, we can do those immediately after, so then those are kind of out of the way before you walk down the aisle. Or if you're doing an aisle look or we don't have time, we can always do them right after the ceremony, which is typically when we'll do family pictures. And having that shot list will make this go 10 times faster, so that you guys can get back to, you know, the actual part of the party that you want to get to. So that's another really big tip, is just making sure that all of those pictures are planned out, given plenty of time, and really thought out as far as lighting. Speaking of time, we can talk about our timeline now. So if you guys want kind of a sample timeline, I created one in the PDF, so you'll just have to download it to get it. And it gives you kind of a sample timeline of what an 8-hour wedding would look like. And if you kind of notice, there's about 15 to 20 minutes added on to each item, because as much as we want it to happen, weddings never go on time. Unless you have like the best wedding planner of your life. And there's just always a nice cushion to have just in case something happens. And so I really urge everybody to add 10 to 15, 20 minutes onto each item to make sure that you have plenty of time for everything. Let's say I would get there about noon and then I'm there with you until 8 o'clock that night. Or most people, if it's a summer wedding, it would be about 2 in the afternoon, and then I'm there till 10. Getting ready, photos, whether or not we're doing the first look or the aisle look, ceremony, family pictures, cutting cake, reception, first dance, all of that. You can see that all in the timeline that I provided in the PDF. Rewind. One more thing, setting aside personal moments. If you need 10 minutes before you walk down the aisle to just sit by yourself and really think about it, set that time aside. If you really want a moment with mom, set that time aside. Don't feel like the day is rushing because everybody else is running like a chaotic, crazy person. That's part of weddings, and that's okay. So just remember, it's your day. Set that time aside and make it perfect for you. Okay, now we'll move on to considering a videographer. This is kind of like there's something so different about photo and video. Photos really capture specific moments perfectly. Video gives that emotion, and like it's almost as if you're in the day again. Photos can do the same thing, but something about watching it just makes it feel completely different. And I could cry at wedding films and I can cry at wedding photos, and to have both, I truly believe is like the ultimate package. I love it. I wouldn't recommend anything else. So if you're considering it, look into it and go through these same steps. Ask them questions. Make sure you like them because they're also with you all day long. So that's basically all I have in this wedding PDF. There's a little bit more detail and kind of an idea of a shot list. So if you guys want it, there's just a little link right below this video. Download it. Yeah. And you know, I am a wedding photographer. So if you need one, let me know. Bye guys.